Hello everybody, we got a deck profile coming at you with me, Evan Morant, and we got my buddy here with Cloudians. It's the most budget deck in the entire world. Like, I'm pretty sure it costed like 10 bucks maybe? 20 bucks still. Like the most budget deck in the world. Not much money put into it all, but it's pretty it's actually kind of decent for how budget it is. So we'll start off.
So 3 Cloudian Zero Stratus as the starting of the Cloudian.
Let's turn them around.
3 Zero Stratus, which helps plays a lot because you remove 2 fog counters, which the deck is basically built around, and then you pop a monster in the opponent's side, so it destroys opponent's fields. You destroy big monsters with it. It's just like a free pop on your opponent's side. That's
true. When you have Squall, this gets nasty when you have Squall.
And then 3 Nimbusmen because I run a Nimbusman build.
And it's proxied right now, if you guys can see that.
So the Nimbusman, 500 attack for every counter on the field. So with Squall, which adds a counter to every single monster in the field once per turn, it gains like 2,500 attack every turn. So then you just start ramming your opponent's monsters and eventually it gets to like 10k. It also has the highest possible attack in the game.
Which is?
Infinite. You can have infinite amount of counters in the game.
Oh yeah, that's true. So, yeah, Nimbusman can go to infinity, then Megamorph.
Turbulence, you remove 1 fog counter from it to special a Smoke Ball, which is just a level 1 normal monster, which you only use to tribute for Nimbusman or to tribute for other big monsters that you're running.
Yeah, that was crazy with Quasar Cloudians and Fishborg, was ridiculous.
Then Storm Dragon, it gets more counters in the field. You don't need a normal summon it. You just banish 1 from your grave, which you'll probably get by the time you draw a Storm Dragon. Pretty decent overall. Adds counters in case you want to go for Cloudian Control, or if you want to go for Nimbusman, you just want to get some more counters in the field.
That's true.
So 2 Acid Cloud gets rid of spells and traps. We'll get rid of like Mendolce's playing an Ultimate Offering or something like that.
Hey, don't you talk about that.
Altus, it's 3 from the field, so if you don't have a Nimbusman and you can't use any of the counters in the field, it's good for if you have a Squall out, it gets rid of the counters in your opponent's side, and it discards a card from your opponent's hand for 3 counters in the field.
Is this an unlimited times per turn?
No,
oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so if you have like 9 counters on the field, you can discard 3 cards.
Your opponent's hand.
So that could get really nasty.
Sangan, do I have to explain?
No, you don't.
Everything is below 1,500 attack in this deck, so that searches for everything.
Except for this guy.
Except for that guy, Dark Lord Desire, which only requires 1 fairy type, so him and Turbulence really helps get out of Smoke Ball, tribute it for him, you have a 3k beater on the field.
Oh, that card also says FU to Zenmane's Maestro, Gachi, all of them. It's like a Black Ship of Corn, except they don't take 1,000.
Mother Grizzly, it's destroyed by battle specials, a Cloudian, any Cloudian you want since they're all below 1,500 attack, pretty nice. And then the last monster, Treeborn, I just put this in there spur of the moment because it goes for Nimbusman since Nimbusman gets a counter for every water monster tributed, and it works in the graveyard if you have nothing.
That's true.
So then 3 Sanctuary in the Sky, because every single Cloudian can't be destroyed by battle, but you still take battle damage over them. So that prevents that. So that plus a Cloudian means an infinite battle lock that can't do anything, no matter how many times they attack, does nothing.
That's true. It gets pretty annoying.
3 Squall adds ridiculous amount of counters in the field. You use it for everything. It's basically like the trump card in Cloudian decks.
Yeah, what it does is during each of your standby phases, place a fog counter on every card in the field. So then you can just remove them for all your costs.
Yeah. 2 Terraforming, add Sank to your hand. You need Sank to prevent people from running over your Cloudians.
That's true.
3 Salvage, it adds every single one of your Cloudians to your hand, pretty much every single monster besides Dark Lord Desire to your hand from your graveyard, which really works if they say they Solemn Warning your Nimbusman, you just add it back to your hand and bring it back.
When they Solemn Warning your Nimbusman, that's when you cry.
Yes. 2 MST pops stuff on the opponent's side of the field and is a quick play.
Don't really need to explain.
Yeah. Monster Reborn.
And you don't have Dark Hole.
Solemn Judgment. Ultimate Offering, because Cloudians don't really have a swarm method, so Ultimate Offering gives them that, along with being able to, because every time a Cloudian is normal summoned, it gains counter for every Cloudian in the field, including itself. So Ultimate Offering, you play it a bunch, and you get a bunch of counters and use all that. Mirror Force, Bottomless.
And the next card that none of you have heard of, probably,
Judgment of Anubis. Because they have such a heavy reliance in spells and trap cards, when a card is played that would destroy a spell or trap card in the field, so like MST, Heavy Storm, basically any spell card that destroys anything in the field, you discard one card from your hand, you negate the activation of that spell card that targets a spell or trap card and destroys it, negate it, and then you...
Ring of Destruction!
Yep, except without the opponent, without damaging yourself.
Oh, so yeah, Judgment of Anubis, when it goes off, it goes off. It is nasty.
I've won games because the guy played a 5-head, and then I played Judgment of Anubis when he tried to Heavy Storm.
So, you do not have an extra deck, because this is a budget deck as well as a side deck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much the deck. If you ever want to make a budget deck, then this is pretty much the way to go. Cloudians, they cost dirt nothing. So, they're, in my opinion, like the most budget deck. Like Gravekeepers, like they got a ton of traps, and traps are expensive. So, Cloudians, most budget deck ever. Evan Moran signing out.